See by Frank Grima. What is the hot hand fallacy? It's the tendency to believe that someone that has been more successful in a task or activity is more likely to be successful again in the future. Someone gets a little bit of success in the beginning of a task, they're gonna have a brighter future because they're already on a nice streak. They're putting up more points in the first half than the other team because they're rolling more. Where can you see this bias? A lot of the times, this bias is talked about, this bias is seen, this bias is mentioned in sports. One team is doing good in the first 10 minutes of the game. You're going to get predictions to believe that team will win the rest of the game and play very good the rest of the game. Basically, like an example will be like the Warriors are versus the Sixers tonight. I hate the Warriors, but this is a good example. Let's say Curry makes the first 3 shots of the game. He is already getting predictions that he's going to have a very good game. He's going to score a lot of points. He's going to have a lot of assists, and he's just going to ball out for the rest of the game. This is not always true. That streak can come to an end very fast, but he has hot hands, and he's going to have a lot more success in the future as so planned and with the data that has been proven from those first 3 shots, because those first 3 shots are supposed to be some of the hardest and very unlucky, because you have to get on the streak, and if you get on the streak early, you're expected to have way more success in the future. Now, individual effects. This bias is mostly talked about with sports, but there is a big individual effect that comes out of it, which is gambling. All right, bad gambling habits become with this bias because you end up putting a lot of money on the line because, as I said before, you get in a hot streak. So basically, like, you're in the casino, right, playing blackjack. You're on a table with multiple people, right? You're on a hot streak. You're winning game after game after game. Continuously, you're getting more cocky. Everyone around you is getting mad. You're gonna have more predictions to win than the game after just because you're on a hot streak now. But where it gets bad is now that you're on a hot streak, you're going to start putting down more money. All right, you're making incorrect predictions and putting down large amounts of money on it. Once you start putting large amounts of money or money in general, you become very illogical and dumb for that because you're just following you on a hot streak. And it's there you have very bad consequences that come out of that situation. Yeah, you have good ones, but you have a lot of very bad ones when it comes to putting money on it. It also comes to basketball too. It can go right back to sports. Let's say you're watching the game happen, right? Curry makes the first 3 shots, and he's already on a hot streak. You're gonna put money on it right there, off of that little bit of data that you have collected from the game, because from those 3 shots that Curry made, and you're just, oh man, Curry's on a streak already. I'm gonna put down this amount of money and get real cocky with the Warriors winning. Turns out the Sixers turned it around the second quarter and had Curry on lockdown, held him to 15 points, and the Warriors ended up losing by 20. You don't want to be that guy where you're putting down large amounts of money and you look very embarrassed because you just lost all that money because you're too cocky and you want to believe some kid on a hot streak, even though the statistics prove that the hot streak goes on, but it's very dumb. Um, Yes, you can have very bad consequences when it comes to gambling. This is a very bad bias when it comes to gambling. But if you want to put down the amount of money just because you're on a hot streak, man, be that guy. I'm not gonna be that guy. You be that guy.